Hey, welcome to the social space, everybody.
Yeah.
I have to get this out of the way. And I'm Chris Horgan. That's Jackie Hager. That's Andrew Bell. This is Chip Filer. And we're going to
Yes.
talk Triple H.
Triple
Today.
H.
I'm so excited. Okay, so we're going to talk about that, but
Yes.
we gotta take care of some business first.
Sure.
We got to thank our great friends at 4 Stars Auto Ranch in Henrietta, Denton, Altus. They're all over the place.
Everywhere.
Lots of locations. Good for them, and we love it. And then Falls Truck Center, our friends there, our good friends at News Channel 6, and of course Town Square Media as well. So thank you all for being with us most of the
Yeah.
time that the social space has existed. I think just about everybody's been on board.
They
so.
have, yeah.
That's awesome.
We're honored to have them too.
Chip, tell us about tell everybody who you are, number one, and what
Sure.
you do for Hotter Than Hell. And then tell us about how you kind of got involved in it.
Oh, Lord. I'm Chip Filer. I'm the executive director of Hotter Than Hell. Took that role over about 2008 when Roby decided that he had done enough of it. And I had volunteered with Hotter Than Hell starting when I moved to town in 1988.
Wow.
I came down here with General Motors with AC Sparkplug and worked out there and started volunteering and just had a great time, but worked on rest stops and routes and things like that. And sometime around 2007, we closed the plant and I retired. And Roby said, "Didn't you once say you wanted to be executive director of Hotter Than Hell?" And I said, "Well, Roby, what I really said when he took over the job after retiring as postmaster, I said, that is just the cat's job for a retiree.
There you go.
And I hope I find something like it." And it was like, let's go to lunch.
Yeah.
and from that, I took over following January and have just had a ball. Really do. It's not work. I mean, we have the most fabulous group of volunteers on the steering committee.
Yeah.
There's 146 people on the steering committee.
Wow.
Wow.
Everybody has their own responsibilities, and they're the ones that really make it happen.
Uh-huh.
You know, my job is to support them and make sure they get what they need to
Yeah.
do their job.
We know every year we interview you guys, we say the basics. This is what it's going to be, and this is what's happening on Thursday, what's happening on Friday and Saturday. We're going to take a little spin this
Okay.
year. We're going to ask you different questions because I think for the most part we all know the basics of it, but we'll cover those real quickly.
Okay.
Just remind us when the date is and kind of fly us through those 2 or 3 days so we can get to the interesting questions.
Okay. Well, you can remember that it is always 9 days before Labor Day.
Ah.
That's the Saturday that we have the endurance ride.
Okay.
Okay. This year it's August 26th.
Got it.
Okay. But Hotter Than Hell is a 4-day fitness festival.
Yes.
And it starts out on Thursday with the consumer show, and everybody that's local, come on down and shop the consumer show, see what's going on. And we got a special surprise this year because in the consumer show, it looks like we're going to have a pickleball court.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
Okay? So just keep thinking about that and come on down and see what it's all about. Then on Friday, we start with the cycling things, and we start with the mountain bike races on the off-road trail.
Uh-huh.
Friday night, we have a USA Cycling Criterium race. Starts and finishes at 8th and Travis. On Saturday morning, we've got the endurance rides, and those start on Scott Street, and that's at 7:05 a.m. with the flyover.
Okay.
Then Saturday night, well, actually Saturday afternoon, starting about 3:30, we have another set of Criterium races downtown.
Wow.
Okay, and they start about 3:30 and go to about 9 o'clock at night. And they too start over there at 8th and Travis. They go the route backwards. Okay, so it's a little bit different for the folks. And then on Saturday night, we also at 7:05 p.m. we start the gravel grind. And those folks can ride 60 miles, 42 miles, or 27 miles out into Clay County on the dirt roads.
Oh, cool.
And the last ones finish about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Gosh.
Yep.
And you're there for every minute of it?
No,
Right?
no.
Why?
And then on Sunday morning, we have the off-road trail runs, and either a 10K or a half marathon. And believe it or not, there are some people that race the mountain bike race, ride the 100-mile endurance ride, ride the 60-mile gravel grind, and then do the half marathon on Sunday morning. And that's called the Sasquatch. And it is just fabulous.
And they'll
That's
do
incredible.
every one of those.
They'll do all 4 of them. There's probably about 150 people that do that.
That is insane.
Wow.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, there's probably about 300 people that do the mountain bike race, the 100-mile endurance ride, and the half marathon. That's called the triple threat.
And you can show up as a consumer and watch any of this.
Oh, absolutely.
That's pretty cool.
Big deal. If you look on our website, there is actually a page for things to watch.
Yeah.
Okay, it's really, it's got everything. But come on down and watch the criterium races.
It's really cool. Yeah.
Crit races are 30 to 45 people riding in a group on a 1-mile track at about 30 miles an hour,
Wow.
wheel to wheel. And
That's tough.
it can be mayhem.
It's NASCAR on a bike.
It is
NASCAR
really,
on a
yeah,
bike.
that's a
It
good
is.
way to put it.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, one of the first years, Eddie Hill was leading it. He was the pace car. And one of the guys told him, you gotta be fast in the corners or they're gonna catch you. He went around that first corner and looked back and they were passing him. The cyclists were passing him.
gosh.
They never caught him again, but they caught him in that first corner.
That is crazy.
Eddie Hill never liked to be passed.
Yeah.
Well, I would say so. Yeah.
No.
So I think the public doesn't realize there's so many different variables that go around this whole thing. But the majority of people show up on the traditional 7:05 Saturday morning.
That's the
you hear the
endurance ride.
cannon go off.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, cannon goes off at 7:05. Actually, do you know it can go anywhere from 7:03 to 7:07, and it is on official daylight
Oh.
because
Okay.
that's when the Air
Wow.
Force can fly over the start line.
Okay.
You know, I always love to see that photo in the newspaper or online on social media, that photo of everyone ready to go.
Yeah.
That is
Yes.
such
Yeah.
a beautiful photo.
Come on down and watch that.
Yeah.
I mean, that is
Yeah.
a great opportunity.
Yeah.
Just come on down and watch the start.
It's an experience. Just do it once. If you've never done it, just go.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Go
Just
down by the
It's a great
Wichita River
family event.
Bridge. Or,
Load
Oh,
with the
yeah.
Do you
kids.
need to
Yeah.
train for the 100
No,
mile?
you know what? It depends on how far you're going, but yeah, you don't need to train to go watch though.
Oh, okay.
If you don't have
That is
to
true.
do it. Just walk from the car to wherever you're going to watch, and then walk
Yeah.
back. You're
Yeah.
pretty much good on that.
Okay.
But
you
it-
could probably ride the 25 mile without
There you
too
go.
much training.
Yeah.
Bring it back to when I was
You know,
10.
the big deal that we're promoting is the 10K.
Uh-huh.
That's 6.2 miles, and that's for the kids.
That's awesome.
Sure.
Okay, if you go around town, you can go over to Endurance House, or you can come to the Hotter Than Hell office, or we're giving them out some other places. But we have coupons for the kids to ride free with a paid adult
Okay.
for the 10K.
Okay.
That's cool.
And we would love to
Yes.
get 300 or 400 kids riding the 10K this year, because
That'd be
that's the
awesome.
future of cycling.
Yeah.
Sure. You're
Okay.
training up the next
Absolutely,
group.
get the next generation on bikes.
Yeah.
Whew. Now, before we go to break on this first one, because we're going to bring you back and ask the really inquisitive questions
Okay.
that we haven't talked about before on this show.
Okay.
You probably should go ahead and sign up early, right? You want to walk them through?
Yeah, you can sign up starting January 1st.
Sure.
But I would recommend that if there's anybody planning to come, you can log on to our website, which is hh100.org, scroll down to the registration link, and that'll take you right straight to Bike Reg. And if you're interested in the endurance ride, it's Endurance Ride Individual, and you can choose either the 10K or 25 mile and up.
Okay.
Either
Okay.
one of those two. And sign up online, it's easier. Besides, it's going to be cheaper than doing it in person on Thursday or Friday of Hotter Than Hell Week. Okay? You'll save $10 if you do it now.
Okay.
There you go.
$10 in Gatorade to drink before you go out.
There you go.
We got it. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, the cool questions. So just stay right there. We're going to get inside his head. Don't go anywhere. All right.
My name is Colby Pistacco. I'm your locally born and raised Medicare expert. Medicare can be confusing, but helping seniors find the right health insurance is what I do best. That's the Pistacco way.
More personal, more thoughtful, more trusted.
This is Chip Filer, the executive director of the Hotter Than Hell 100 here in Wichita Falls. And we have exciting questions now because we talked
okay.
about the race.
Sure.
It's the last Saturday in August, always is, almost always.
No, it's always 9 days before
9 days
Labor
before
Day.
Labor Day.
There it is.
The big race, the endurance race Saturday. That's the experience you get when you go and look at Scott Street at
Yep.
6:45 to 7 o'clock in the morning. It is nothing but curb to curb
Really
cyclists
cool.
for blocks.
Yes.
It is super, super cool.
How many times have you had to close Hell's Gate, which I loved what your answer was, but what I loved more was, how is that determined? First of all, tell us what Hell's Gate is.
Hell's Gate is a point in the 100-mile route
Yes.
at the 61-mile point, and it is right up in Burke Burnett, right in front of Brahms parking lot, where the route goes underneath I-44.
Okay.
Okay? And you need to be at Hell's Gate on a normal day, normal hotter than hell day, by 12:30. That is what we call the scheduled close time. If the temperature, the wet bulb temperature, and let's talk about what that is, the wet bulb temperature is determined by the temperature, the humidity, the wind, and the radiant heat coming out of basically above you and below you.
Uh-huh.
Okay? When the wet bulb temperature gets into a danger zone, the medical director will call us and tell us to shut Hell's Gate early. Okay? Now, we've ridden 41 years so far, and we've only closed Hell's Gate early 4 times.
Wait a minute. 41 years of Hotter Than Hell.
Yep.
Only 4 times
Yep.
did you close it before
Yeah.
the traditional 12:30 mark.
Correct. Correct.
Wow.
Yeah,
When
this
was
is-
the last time?
Last year.
Last
Last year we ended up closing it at 11:30.
My dad has always told, he rides the 100, and he's
Uh-huh.
always told me that it closes right before he gets there because they see him struggling so much.
Right? The sag wagon's back there saying, you got to shut it down.
Oh my gosh. But let's go back to, so if you have to close it early, let's say 11:30 like you did last year, that's a big decision, number
It is
one.
a real big decision.
Because these people are determined to go the trek.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you can't get there before 12:30 and this,
And think about it. We start at 7:05.
Okay.
And the people that are doing the 100-mile are actually the first ones to start off the start line.
sure.
Okay? So they've got from about 7:05 to 12:30. You need to ride at an average of about 12 miles an hour. You don't want to spend too much time in the rest stops, okay? And so if that's what you're planning to do, and all of a sudden that wet bulb temperature takes off, there's not a lot you can do without it being dangerous. Okay?
So you do this for the health of the riders.
Absolutely. It
Yes.
is absolutely for the safety of the riders.
Yes.
Okay? And so it gets shut down. Well, that doesn't cut somebody's ride off completely.
Right.
They just, instead of finishing the 100-mile route, they divert to the 75-mile route.
Got
and then
it.
they get to go through Shepherd Air Force Base.
Now you did mention though, I thought that you have these flags up beforehand that lets the riders know we're going into maybe.
How dangerous it is.
Yeah, so
the
talk to us
temperature.
about that.
Yeah, at every rest stop, 1 through 6 on the 100-mile route this year, you will see 3 colors of flags. If everything's okay and running okay, the flag is green. If things are starting to heat up and approach the danger zone, that flag will turn yellow. And if you get into the danger zone where there's a chance that Hell's Gate's going to close, you're going to see the red flag. Rest stops 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's the only place the flags are going to be this year.
You know, I go back to, the rest stops are where all the fun things happen.
Oh, absolutely.
The volunteers at those rest stops are
Oh, they're
invaluable.
fabulous. They're
Yeah.
fabulous.
So talk to us about the rest stops a bit.
All the rest stops have a theme.
Oh,
Okay.
that's cool.
Okay.
There are groups that do the rest stop, and that's the part that gives the riders what they want. The power, not the Powerade anymore. It's now Superior electrolytes, or the fruit, or some of them have Italian sausage. Some of them have cookies. Some of them have other fruit than what Hotter Than Hell provides, and water.
Sure.
Then there's another group at each rest stop, and those are the medical team, because each rest stop has basically a MASH unit.
Wow.
Okay, and they can stick IVs, or they can fix up broken bones. They'll ship you off to Final Medical, and they can splint a broken bone,
Yeah.
or they can send you over to the hospital and get an X-ray
Okay.
and bring you back.
So God bless the rest stops.
Absolutely.
Those
Absol-
crew.
If you go around to other rides, the biggest compliment Hotter Than Hell gets is the rest stops.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
that's really a credit to the volunteers and the groups in Wichita Falls area that actually run those rest stops.
Chip, I was mentioning to you that we fly so much for work, and every time I fly, I always say about 1 in 5 times when people ask me where I'm from, and I say, well, 2 hours north of Dallas in Wichita Falls, Hotter Than Hell comes up.
Absolutely.
And you're saying it even had came up with you in Scotland?
Not with me, but with one of the steering committee members in a bookstore in Scotland. And where are you from? Wichita Falls, Texas. Ah, Hotter Than Hell 100.
Isn't that
That's
great?
great.
Speaking of, you've got the new jersey this year. We should show it.
It's too small for me. I have to get a bigger
That was on
size.
purpose.
That's the back. This is the front, right? That's the front. I see the zipper.
Yeah.
That's
So there's the
cool.
front. Pretty nice. And then
That's cool.
here's the back.
And this is the first time that Primal's come out with this, but this is a reflective jersey on the back.
Sweet.
Those dots and those flat lines there are all reflective, and you really can see that at night.
Yeah.
That's
and a headlight.
awesome.
That's great.
Oh my gosh.
That is
Now,
super
remind
cool.
us before we wrap up this portion of the show, the money that you guys raise, where does it go and why is this just so ginormously successful?
The money that comes in, first of all, pays the expenses.
Sure.
And so sometime in September, we sit down, and after we've written all the checks and paid all the bills, then we sit and look at the nonprofit volunteer groups that have supported Hotter Than Hell 100, and that's where we distribute the extra money
That's awesome.
every year. Now, we support a couple of groups. We support the MSU cycling team with scholarships. We support Children's Miracle Network and the United Regional Foundation because they really coordinate all the medical staff for the route. And then the fire departments are a big part of our volunteer groups because they provide a lot of the SAG wagons. So they put a SAG wagon out on the road, we'll pay the gas for the truck, all for the day, and when they go home, it's a full tank. And then we also make a donation to the fire departments. And back when we had the drought with all the fires, we went back through a second time and made additional donations to the volunteer fire departments
Wow.
That's great.
because they were in trouble that year.
How do we even begin to thank you guys? You
Yeah, no
put
kidding.
Wichita Falls on the map practically with this.
The whole community thanks us every year by the support that we get.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It is absolutely amazing. You've got a couple of t-shirts there. You've got a ride t-shirt and you've got a volunteer t-shirt. And if you look at the back of the volunteer t-shirt, there's a number of sponsors on there, but we actually print about 3,900 volunteer t-shirts every year.
Wow.
And we hand them all out too. So that's
That's a big,
that's the
great
support of
group.
the community that makes this possible.
Those look great this year too. Those are
Yeah.
really nice. Those
Those
are
are
very
awesome.
pretty.
Inside Ink really comes up with the design for the t-shirts every year.
That is really
really cool.
awesome.
And Primal comes up with the design for the jerseys,
Jerseys, yeah.
That's great.
along with a little help from Sandy Flemmer.
A little.
You do have a good loyal group of a tribe over there that
Yes,
make
we
this
do.
happen.
Yeah, we got a great crew.
Yeah.
We got a great crew.
Wow.
Gosh, Chip, I just can't thank you enough for
Uh-huh.
all you've done.
I enjoy it.
No kidding.
Like I said before, it is fun. It's a fun job.
Yeah.
The city loves it too, by the way.
Yeah.
I can
Yes.
speak for the city of Wichita Falls.
Appreciate it.
Not the whole, but just you know what I mean. But it's a big deal.
Well,
all
we
around our
appreciate
offices,
the
too.
support.
Yeah.
Love
Well,
it.
this has been an awesome show. We have a surprise guest here at the end that we're excited about. But Chip, again, we can't thank you enough for everything and your team does, and we look forward. And let's hope you don't have to shut Hell's Gate this
we
year.
always hope it. We don't like to do that.
The temperatures lately, though, I don't know. We'll see.
You know, if it doesn't hit 100 degrees, people complain.
Yeah, they do. Wasn't hotter
They
than hell.
really do. Yeah.
Interesting.
So,
Well, we'll pray for that day.
Yeah.
To hit
okay.
100. That's it, though. Chip, thank you.
Thank you.
Stay with us, everybody. The big surprise is next. Yay, surprise!
4 incredible radio stations. That's who we are. We are Town Square Media, and we bring the best of radio to the North Texas area. Wake up early with News Talk 1290. That's us. How about Kelly Raspberry on 92.9 NIN? Yep, that's us. Bringing you the best of country with 102.3 The Bull. That's us. And rocking it all day long with 106.3 The Buzz. That's us. We are Town Square Media, and we're proud to be a sponsor of the social space.
At 4 Stars Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, we take pleasure in the simple things, like an easy, no-hassle buying experience, simple, transparent pricing, and the smile on the face of another lifelong customer. And with the largest volume of cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from, the only thing that won't be simple is choosing which one you want to drive home. When it comes to finding your next vehicle, the choice is simple. 4 Stars Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
It's the season at 4 Stars.
Welcome back to the social space. I always clap early, and I clap like a seal. What is that all about? I don't know.
He's jonesing for his steak.
Yes, it's where my belly used to be when I ate a lot of steak. I'm Chris, that's Jackie, that's Andrew. This is David Cook, and he's going to tell us today about some food. And we're excited about food, when are we not? First of all, tell everybody who you are and how you're associated with this cook-off.
Well, my name is David Cook, and I'm part of the one of the event coordinators for the Burn Shop Block Party and Steak Cook-Off.
Nice.
That's
Ooh,
awesome.
when is that big bad boy coming?
It's going to be on Friday, September the 1st,
Okay.
and there's quite a few things going on that day. We're going to start off the event with a sanctioned steak cook-off. This is it's through the SCA organization, the Steak Cook-Off Association, and not too many people realize this, but this is a global movement now with competitive steak cooking. Okay. A lot of people used to do the barbecue and chili and things like that. Here over the past couple of years, steaks have become very, very popular. And so the Burn Shop, that's how I became a part of the Burn Shop team, was through cooking. And Keith and I, we've done a lot of different cook-offs and things like that. So our passion is cooking, outdoor cooking, live fire cooking. And so we thought, how better can we get together with all of our friends here in Wichita Falls and have a competition, but also have a party. So let's combine the two. So we're going to start with the sanctioned cook-off earlier in the day. That is you get, for a $160 entry fee, you have a steak provided to you, and it goes through the judging for a chance to win $1,000. There's more to that. First place will win $1,000 and a chance to go to Fort Worth later in the year as part of their World Championship event.
Wow.
Yep.
So, David, are these like specific cuts of meat?
Ribeye.
Ribeye. Everybody cooks a ribeye.
Correct.
One ribeye.
Why ribeye? It's a good, just level playing field.
Okay.
So who's going to judge these?
It is, SCA provides some sanctioned and certified judges, but also we want the community out there as well.
Sure.
And so you'll go through a little bit of a training process right beforehand, but whenever you come in, you're going to be tasting one little piece of steak. And so that's what these competitors do. They cook the steak and season the steak to where it is being judged on one little bite.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so it's very competitive. It's very intense. It's a sight to be seen. We're shutting off downtown, or right in front of 815 Ohio. Yeah. We're shutting all that down so we can have cookers set up all around the area here. Maybe down towards Farmers Market, back towards the offices here.
Yep.
And we're expecting a great turnout because it's just a really neat thing for people to come in. But one of the other draws is what's going to happen later that night is the block party. Okay. And what we're doing with the block party, we're going to have 3 bands. Okay. Cool. The gates will open up at 5 o'clock for the event. And we're going to have Matt Williams opening up along with the Hoosier Brothers, which are very popular up and coming artists in the country music red dirt scene. But the headliner is going to be them Dirty Roses. Okay. They're getting a lot of traction right now. They're just a really popular up and coming band, mixed between red dirt, rock, classic rock, and things like that. Oh, so be sure to come check them out. General admission tickets will be $25, and that's going to be for standing room or bring your lawn chairs. Also, we will have a steak dinner to go along with it. So with a $60 ticket, you're going to get entry into the event, and also we're going to do another ribeye steak, baked potato and salad, and we'll have beer and wine for sale on site, but also you have water and things like that as well. But we also have VIP tables available. So for $1,000, you have a guaranteed table up close by the band, table of 8. Everybody gets a steak dinner and prime seats for the show.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many on that table?
It seats 8.
Okay. There we go.
8 people.
Very
Now,
cool.
first of all, the proceeds go to two of our favorite
Yes,
groups.
all proceeds are going to go to the Wichita Falls Firefighters Association and the Police Officers Association. That's another, like you said, that's an organization, or those two organizations are very dear to the hearts of the guys at the Burn Shop. We do a lot of work with Guns and Hoses as well, and so that's something that we've worked with for quite a while. And in addition to the event benefiting our sponsors, or benefiting those two organizations, we really want to highlight the sponsors that help make this happen. First of all, your friends at 4 Stars Auto. There are presenting sponsors along with Michelob Ultra and the Beast, which is a new energy / adult beverage drink that's hitting the market very soon. Also, we're very fortunate to have United Supermarkets donating all the steaks for the competition and for the meals for that evening, and then also Texoma Community Credit Union and
That's awesome.
News Channel 3 as well.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Very nice. That is great.
So remind us
some
of the date
steak.
one more time.
September 1st.
Okay.
Cook-off starts earlier in the day, but the party gates will open at 5 o'clock. First band should go on right about 6:30 or so, and we hope them Dirty Roses will be going on right about 9 o'clock.
Now, do you just show up and buy tickets, or can you buy them in advance?
You need to. We hope to not have tickets on site.
Yeah.
We are selling fast. We hope to have everything set up and sold out here very soon. But if you want to buy tickets, go online to the burnshopwf.com. Up the link, click the block party link, and get your tickets there. Like I said, you can get general admission and your steak dinner tickets. If you want to get the VIP package with the guaranteed table, just email theburnshop@gmail.com.
I love
great.
it.
Woo.
What a night. What a day.
No
what a night.
kidding.
That sounds awesome.
We look forward to it.
May have to get my fork and a knife and go have some steaks.
And your Thanksgiving pants?
No,
No?
I'll be all right.
Okay.
I threw those out when I started losing weight. David, thank you for being here.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you all too. And one little thing, Matt, congratulations on your third baby.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you're welcome. Matt is going to have baby number 3, Jackie.
Yeah, awesome.
Yay for Matt.
Are you kidding?
I thought you said I was a surprise. Sounds like that's a
Are you
surprise.
serious?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yay! Jackie didn't know, so we thought we would tell her now. All right, you just got to go hug him.
Did you know?
He did know.
Okay.
Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you next week, all right?
Caught you off guard.
Yeah! That is so great! Oh my God! Did everybody else know?
Just Andrew.
That's so great!
Well, then Chris, yeah.